Let's bring in Nick Fondacaro. He's an associate editor for the Media Research Center and Newsbusters, and he joins us now. Nick, good to have you back with us, sir.
Thanks for having me on.
This is an interesting story. So Zachary Young is convinced that CNN defamed him, and he's got more evidence than just this audio, correct?
Yeah, so basically, the audio there was insinuating that he was running a black market and was extorting people, and all that.
Right.
Basically, what he was doing was and what they mentioned there in the piece is that they needed to be sponsored. What he was helping with was corporate sponsored allies. So basically, he was helping Audible get, like, the company, the ebook company Audible, get their people out. Bloomberg News helped get their people out. So basically, he was helping people that have corporate sponsors that can pay to help charter flights, help find cars that can get into the country and sneak people out. So all of that money a lot of it is going towards helping actually get people out. And basically, when in their internal emails that came out during discovery, you see them use very violent language against him, like it's saying it's going to be his funeral. We're going to nail this Zachary Young MF, and all of these really negative things, including a lot of their internal editors that are involved in citing and doing accountability checks on stories, saying this Zachary Young is an S word, and all of this other stuff. So they were able to prove with these internal emails actual malice, express malice, and outrageous behavior.
Right. So you have a bunch of CNN employees drunk on power saying that they're going to destroy this guy because they had convinced themselves that he was somehow exploiting people, when he says, no, actually, I'm doing as much of this at cost. It's a very volatile situation. This part of the world is expensive work to evacuate people, and I'm doing what I can. What was the impact on his livelihood in the wake of CNN's reporting?
So basically, because he's a security contractor and in sort of like that world, you need some anonymity, some to be secret, people not really know who you are. They plastered his face all over the place, associated him with black markets, human trafficking, war profiteering. So the people in this industry don't want to work with him anymore. And basically that comes down to what a lot of the damages are and where that billion can come in if all of the if all the cards get played well in Mr. Young's favor. So basically, I spoke with his lawyer. He's out between 40 to 60 million in possible future things in his career since he can't pursue this anymore. In emotional damage, it can add that plus emotional damage can be upwards of 600 million. And then because they were able to prove actual expressed and outrageous behavior in terms of malice, it has lifted the cap off of punitive damages in Florida, where this case is going to be tried. And because of that cap coming off, and because of the other metrics and modifiers, CNN could be facing, if the jury rules in this way and says they need to pay it, could be at or above $1 billion.
So this is basically the court proceeding as it's existed so far has gone very poorly for CNN.
Yeah, this case has actually been going on for 2 years. Not too many places have reported about it. It seems to be going completely under the radar. This week has been sort of today, and over the last week, you started to see it come out. Today alone, it seems like the dam has bursted on this, and it is not going in CNN's favor. Basically, CNN tried to appeal a decision that said they could seek punitive damage, and even the appeals court in the ruling by the judges saying they have proved actual express and outrageous behavior, and Mr. Young can indeed seek punitive damages.
Yeah, I mean, look, if it's hard to imagine what kind of information you would need to go after CNN here beyond they were planning this guy's funeral. They said that they were going to destroy this guy, that it was going to be his funeral. That's a pretty clear signal of your intent that you want to hurt him.
Exactly.
And then this video, the audio that I played here at the top, Nick Fondacaro, as I understand it from your reporting, this is not even available on CNN's website anymore?
Yeah, so basically they've taken down the video. They've also removed the transcripts section. Like, so this report on CNN transcripts, on CNN transcripts, when you go to look up the show, this segment is gone. And there is no note on CNN transcripts that it's missing or that they took it down for legal reasons.
This aired on The Lead with Jake Tapper. I should point out the timing of all of this news, it's just days ahead of Jake Tapper moderating a major presidential debate. Questions about his credibility very much on the line because of a lawsuit like this, because of the way that court proceeding is going. What is CNN saying about all of this?
They have not said anything. Basically, I reached out. They gave Zach 2 hours to respond to comment for a story about him. I gave them 3 days to respond. They have not responded to my multiple requests for comment at multiple different email addresses.
You know, one of the ironies in this story is that I've noticed that places like CNN have made a lot of hay about Tucker Carlson and the Dominion lawsuit against Fox News and the massive judgment against Fox that was paid out to Dominion. Of course, Tucker said nothing even remotely worth including him in the Dominion lawsuit. But I haven't noticed much conversation, as you point out, about CNN, Jake Tapper, in this segment involving Afghanistan and accusing somebody who was trying to evacuate people of scamming them.
Yeah, CNN would probably argue that it's important for them to go ad nauseum about the Fox defamation suit because they'll say stuff like, oh, it's about defending democracy, about voting and protecting the ballot and all this stuff. In this case here, it comes down to if a jury finds CNN liable for this, it's a multinational, it's an international news agency that has the ear and has the ear of world leaders. World leaders watch this. They speak to their reporters, and that news organization possibly targeted a single individual with malice.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Do you see CNN changing course at any time soon? Do you think they're going to, tack in a different direction, or are they just going to keep going with the kind of the hard left approach?
I don't see them changing at all because Alex Marquardt, the reporter who is the primary reporter on that did the report on Mr. Young, after the suit even started and they were in court for a while, Marquardt got a promotion.
Yeah. And this attitude that he took and that these CNN employees took in these text messages where they say they're going to destroy this guy and this is going to be his funeral. How pervasive do you think that attitude is within that network on other stories, just like the types of things that they focus on and whose lives they want to upend?
I think it's pretty pervasive in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And because this is a story that's not even about politics, right? So this is a story about the Afghan withdrawal, which they would probably want to show people harming others. But basically, if this is something that they are more politically passionate about, I think this kind of conversation happens all the time.
Well, it can be seen. An expression of it was I think a week or two ago. CNN's Oliver Darcy was calling Ticketmaster to try and harass them out of hosting ticket sales for Tucker Carlson's tour. He's doing a nationwide tour where he's stopping in various cities, and Oliver Darcy is one of their media reporters. He was kind of the understudy for Brian Stelter, and Brian Stelter left, so he's I guess the senior media guy or one of them now. And his career, a lot of what he's done there at CNN is to call institutions, sponsorships, endorsements, Ticketmaster, and try and scare them out of doing business with conservatives, suggesting that he's going to write a story on CNN about them unless they stop advertising with that person.
Yeah, that seems to show that this is a standard operating procedure over at CNN, where they're going to grill down and talk about and try to cook up stories against people that they don't like or people that they perceive as this threat to democracy. Like we saw this during the Trump years, where the media took on this persona of we are these holy warriors that are standing between the Trump and the destruction of the country, destruction of the world. To them, it almost has this holy fight, holy crusade aura around it for them.
It's really amazing, but it really helps to have somebody like you break it down and take us inside how it actually operates. Nick Fondacaro, Associate Editor for Media Research Center and Newsbusters, tremendous websites, tremendous organizations. Nick, great to talk to you today, sir.